Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome to a brand new horror talk. So it is part 7 now, and it's the Halloween franchise, and in this one we are discussing the Old Man Myers timeline. So, in 2009, after Rob Zombie's take on Halloween 2 pretty much killed the franchise, we were left for almost a decade without a film. There were talks of them doing a follow-up to Rob Zombie's Halloween, but given its receiving stuckness, it seemed unlikely we would get one. There was a Halloween 3, 3D in the talks, but that never happened. But then, in 2018, our patience was greatly rewarded. After years of it being a rumour from 2016, 2017 to 2018 when it officially happened, David Gordon Green and Danny McBride both came together and wrote a direct sequel to the first Halloween, and directed by David Gordon Green. So in this one, we got, for us Halloween fans, our patience was greatly rewarded with a sequel to the original, and that was titled Halloween. This, of course, I've just said already, was written by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. Oh, and also co-written by Jeff Fardley. And it was directed by David Gordon Green, and starred Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Andy Macheka or something, I can't pronounce the name, Will Patton, Virginia Garner, and it also had Nick Castle, and reprising his role as Michael Myers since the original, and also playing Michael to do all the hard work, all the fast moving around, because Nick Castle is getting on a bit. He was played by James Jude Courtney. So, Halloween. Now, this one is a direct sequel to just the first film, okay? So, every sequel after this, including the Thorn trilogy, including the Laurie Strode timeline, including Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, all them films don't exist in this. In this one, it is a sequel to just the first one. So if you wanted to see this one and you wanted to recap on the franchise, you would only need to watch the original Halloween 1978. So, quick rerun of Halloween 1978. Halloween night, 1963, Michael Myers, as a little boy, kills his sister Judith. He gets put away for 15 years in Smiths Grove Sanitarium, treated by Dr. Loomis. He escapes, goes on a murderous rampage, kills 2 teenage girls in the process with some other people, and, Laurie Strode survives, and Dr. Loomis comes at the last minute and guns Michael down. Michael then falls back, he gets up and he's gone, and then the film ends there. Now, after that, Halloween 2 doesn't exist. So basically, Halloween 2 does not happen in this. So it doesn't continue on. Halloween 2 doesn't continue on because it's not irrelevant to this timeline. So, yeah, Halloween 2018 is a direct sequel to just the first. Okay, so after 4 decades of Michael being put away, clearly on that night of Halloween after he got up off screen, he must have been caught. Well, he obviously got caught and restrained and put back in Smiths Grove, and spent the last 4 decades in total silence, just, probably waiting for the right moment to escape again. Some podcasters come in and they want to make a podcast, and They try and get Michael to speak, even though he can speak but chooses not to. They even show him a mask. The mask, well, not the exact mask he wore that night, but a replica of the mask he wore that night, and he got a little response. He looked over his shoulder a bit. And then next thing, when he's getting transferred, he escapes, and yeah. And in this, well, Donald Pleasence is dead, so he gets a replacement, Dr. Loomis's successor, who is, what's his name? What does it say? Dr. Loomis. Dr. Rabbi Sartain, who is played by Haluk Bilgana, who is Dr. Loomis's former student, who takes over looking after Michael. But anyway, these podcasters, they want to have an interview with Laurie Strode, pay her some money to it, and in this we find, this time, Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis's character. Jamie Lee Curtis reprises her role as Laurie Strode. This time she's evolved into like this, from suffering post-traumatic stress disorder from that night, she's grown into this badass who's basically Sarah Connored herself and is ready to kill Michael if he should ever come back. And of course, once these podcasters get what they want, and one of the podcasters I thought for a while was Kenneth Branagh, but he actually isn't, but he looks like Kenneth Branagh, and a bit like Ewan McGregor. Who were the two podcasters? What were their names? What were their names now? Yeah, they went to has been 140. Two true crime podcasters named Aaron and Dana, played by Jefferson Hall and Rhiann Rees. They play two podcasters which get killed and during Michael's escape, because he finds them and then he gets some overalls from the gas station that they stop and get some gas at, and Michael gets overalls from the mechanic, and then he kills the two podcast people, and then he gets the mask, the new mask he puts on, and returns home to Haddonfield to finish what he started all these years ago. So in this one, this time, because Halloween 2 is irrelevant in this one, it takes away the whole element of Michael and Laurie being brother and sister. So this time, Michael and Laurie are not brother and sister this time round. And I was like, what? No! I was like, when I first heard of this, I was like, no, that's what keeps the franchise going. That's, they're siblings, Michael has and that. But actually, I was surprised by this. It actually worked. It really did. I think it worked. I even forgot that they were like siblings in an alternate timeline. And this, I think it worked just as good. Laurie even became like this mighty warrior that fought against Michael. And yeah, in this, but Laurie did have a daughter in this, played by Judy Greer. And she was called Karen Nelson, Laurie's daughter. And she also had a daughter called, who is her name? Alison Nelson, played by Andy Machika. She played Laurie's daughter in this, Laurie's granddaughter in this, and yeah, Michael pretty much came back, and Laurie this time wasn't afraid of him. She was ready to kick his ass and kill him. So Halloween, this one pretty much is a true sequel to the first one, and it does it justice. I always thought Halloween 2 would be the best sequel to this franchise, but now I have a new favourite. In fact, I will be giving a ranking of these films by the end of this video. So, yes, Michael was just, basically back to his old roots. He killed some people at random, and yeah, he was just, all there back. There was even a little Easter egg in there where 3 kids were wearing the masks from Halloween 3. The pumpkin, the skull and the witch. And that was a nice touch, a little Easter egg there, which is in the film. So basically it all builds up to this finale. We then find out in a big twist that Michael's doctor, I have to keep looking at my phone because I can't remember this bloody guy's name, because he's so forgettable as a character. Dr. Sartain, we discover that he's a bit of a nutter, because when the sheriff of Haddonfield, Sheriff Deputy Frank Hawkins, Sheriff Deputy, who arrested Michael in the killing spree of 78, we discover that when he knocks over Michael, like runs him over, not caring about catching him and that, we discover that Dr. Sartain is a bit nuts himself. He goes, "Leave my patient," and basically all he wants to do is hear him talk, and he thinks if he can get Michael to do what he wants, then maybe he can hear him talk. Which brings me to think, was that bus crash with the patients in when Michael was getting transferred an accident? I don't think it was. I think he staged the whole thing, because there was hardly a scratch on him till that little kid shot him, because there was a bit where a kid and his dad find the bus at the crime scene and patients wandering around, and Michael gets about and kills. At that point I was like, no, I'm not, why the... I mean, in this it kind of defeats the whole... I don't know. Because was Dr. Loomis like him? Did he let Michael out by purpose and do all this, that and the other or something? Because that's the theory there on Dr. Loomis. But we know that, obviously, I think that he intended for Michael to escape. And of course, he gets his comeuppance, because when he wants to hear Michael speak, Michael gets him down and stamps on his head and kills him. And also, Michael's then after Laurie's granddaughter, Alison, and basically the whole, all the killers, basically Michael... We then have this big finale in Laurie's house where she's pretty much home alone to the whole place, laying it with traps. And at the end, after Laurie, her daughter and granddaughter fend off Michael, they then trap him in the basement and set the whole thing alight and burn him. And then Michael gets burnt up. And then, pretty much there, Laurie, her granddaughter, Laurie, the 3 generation of women escape, get away, and Michael is left to burn in the basement. But then when we cut back to the basement burning again, Michael isn't stood looking up at the bottom of the steps of the basement. He's gone. And then in a post-credits scene, in the after credits, if you stick around after the credits, you actually hear Michael's signature breathing, letting us know that he's not dead, and he will be back. And he will be back, because in the summer of this year, in June, July, it was confirmed that this Halloween will get not 1, but 2 sequels. So in October of next year, 2020, we will get Halloween Kills, and then in October of 2021, we will get Halloween Ends, which are going to be sequels to the 2018 Halloween. And up to now, Nick Castle has reported that he will be returning as Michael, along with the guy who played Michael, James Jude Courtney. He was returning as well. And and I think Jamie Lee Curtis is going to return with Judy Greer and Andy Machau, whatever her name is. Yeah, so basically, the Old Man Myers timeline continues with Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. And after Halloween Ends, I really hope it does end, because I don't think any more sequels are going to be necessary after that. Especially timelines. I don't think they should have any timelines. And I liked in this one that they actually got Nick Castle back, the original Michael Myers. I think he played Michael unmasked, because when we see him in the beginning with his back to the camera, that's definitely Nick Castle. And then when he's unmasked and in the window, that too is Nick Castle. I'm assuming that the guy James Jude Courtney played Michael when he was masked and did a lot of the physical stuff. Because like I said, Nick Castle now is like in his 70s, so you got to cut him some slack there. But I just like that they got Nick Castle and Jamie Lee Curtis back on board, 2 original cast members for this one. So yeah, that's all we got so far for the Old Man Myers timeline. Halloween, and then the upcoming sequels. So yeah, I guess I think this Halloween 2018 was titled Halloween Returns, but I guess they just wanted to call it Halloween. I don't know why, even though it is a sequel, and why it's not called Halloween 2, I don't know. Either way, who cares about the title? This was a sequel that did it justice, and I loved every second of it. So, that's it for the Old Man Myers timeline, and that's it for the whole Halloween movies. So, the Halloween franchise. Yes, there is still a bit more to go. Yes, next week, in our finale, I will be doing a mythos on Michael Myers. So, and also next week, it will be Halloween. So, yay! But until then, we have at least another week's worth of 31 to go. So be sure to keep watching that, cause it's and stuff. Yeah, you can watch this whole series so far, linked at the end of this video or in the cards above. Anyway, let's not go anywhere just yet. Let's do a ranking of these films now. Okay, so my rankings for the Halloween films are, so these are all my opinions. So coming in at number 11, I put Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and for number 10 I put Halloween Resurrection. At number 9 I put Halloween 2007, Rob Zombie's Halloween. At number 8 I put Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. At number 7 I put Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Number 6 I put Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And number 5 I put Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers at number 5. At number 4 I put Halloween H2O, 20 years later. At number 3 I put Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. And at number 2 I put Halloween 2018. And at number 1, Halloween 1978, the original, because you can't beat the original. So, that's it for this part of Horror Talk, the Halloween franchise. So, join me next week where it will be Halloween and it'll be the final part of this series. And, yeah, did you love Halloween 2018? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description. So, till then, don't have nightmares. Well, tomorrow 31 continues, so yeah, till then, don't have nightmares.